Welcome back to our channel, friends. This side Sonia here from Growing Craft, and we are back today. So I hope a few more people will join us for our session today. And I was asked that what are we going to do today, and I think by this time you guys have almost guessed it right. So if you are here, please do mention that in the comment section below so that I know that you guys were here, because once the live session is over, I really don't know that who all are watching us. So yes, we are back with another session, and today we are going to create something beautiful, something really interesting, which I absolutely love to make. And yes, hi Navya, hi Harshi, hi Handy, hi Liti, hello everyone, hi Hema. And girls, a little request, if you guys have any queries, you can always check my YouTube channel, that's in the name of Growing Craft. You can comment there and I will be more than happy to help you out, because on Facebook comments many of the time I miss out few of the messages and I really feel bad for that. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do check that, and that's in the name of Growing Craft. Hi Chitra, hi Harshi, hi Bhavna, hello Nisha. So girls, a little request, please do share this video as much as you can so that we can have few more visitors on our page, and that will be so interesting for us. So here we are already sharing the link of our YouTube channel. You can just click on that and subscribe to our channel so that you do not miss out on anything. Okay, so I think you guys have already guessed what we are going to make today. Deepa, for if you want to share us your artwork, we have a Facebook group in the name of Growing Craft where you can share all your handmade artworks. So you just need to type for Growing Craft in the on Facebook and you can join our group. And yes, we have so many amazing upcoming beautiful artists who share their artwork, and we absolutely love watching your work. So please do join that group, and please do make sure that you share your artwork. We would be so happy to see your work. Hi Zil, hi Sheetal. So today we are going to do mixed media envelopes. Now these are the few of the envelopes which I had done some time back, and this is the one which I had done recently. So I just thought that we are coming towards all the festive seasons now, the Raksha Bandhan and Diwali, and why not to have something really beautiful and interesting for this season. So let me start with this one. So girls, one thing, like we have already posted the video of all these envelopes on our YouTube channel, that's in the name of Growing Craft, so you can check this. So now these are big size envelopes with beautiful sentiment and the work on it. This is another one which we had done recently. So this is with loads of mixed media work on it. And this is another one. Okay, so now here you will see two kind of varieties. One is you work on the front side of the envelope, the back side is like any other normal and regular envelope. The other technique is you work on the cover of this. So this is the back side flap, so you work on this area, and this becomes your main envelope, and you can put anything inside. So I have been making mixed media envelopes with different mediums and with varieties of materials. So like I always say, like you can play around with material. It's completely your choice that what do you want to make and how you want to create it. So today we will be doing something similar to this. The video is already there on my channel, my YouTube channel, for this one, but we are going to make something similar with this one. Now as today is the first day of our paper crafting. So I just thought I'll introduce you all to something, the basic supplies, what we say in the paper crafting. Please do make sure that you share this video as much as you can, because for this live session we have an individual giveaway. So we will be having only one lucky winner. So please do make sure that you share this video as much as you can. Okay girls, so to start with the tools, let me introduce few of the tools which I absolutely swear by. And if you are a visitor of my YouTube channel, you must be knowing that I use all these tools very regularly. Girls, I'll just mention this again. We have an individual giveaway for this live session. So please do make sure that you share this video as much as you can. Okay, so now one of the very important thing when we say paper crafting is to cutting that, and for this we use this tool. This is called paper trimmer. Sorry about that. Okay, now the one which I'm using here is a guillotine paper trimmer. So in this one you just keep your paper and you can cut it very smoothly, very nicely. I'll show you one sample. So like if you see here, I have this paper flap. I'll just put it inside this flap. I'll keep it on the mark. Like if I want to have a paper cut of 1.5 inches, so everything has been marked here. I'll keep it here and I will trim it down. Can you see that how smoothly I could cut this? Now usually on all the paper trimmers what you see is the marking. I hope this is visible. Can you see? This is 3.5 inches, 4.25 by 5.5, 5.5 inches, 6 by 4. So all the basic measurements are there. Now when I say paper trimmer, I usually use two kind of paper trimmers. Let me show you another one. So yes, this is a bit bulky. So this is a smaller trimmer which I use, and this is the bigger trimmer which I use. Now this is a very heavy one, and I have been using this for almost 8 years now, and this is as it is. It's just the upper marking had gone, so I just marked it with my marker pen, and I have been using this in the similar way. So like in case if I want to cut my paper to 1 inches, I'll just keep it here and I will trim this down. So can you see? So this is one of the basics trimmer or the cutter what we use for our crafting. So these are the paper trimmers. I am sharing all the links in the comment section. I have already posted all the links on my Facebook page so that you guys can buy this easily. Okay, now this is the first tool what I mentioned. This is the paper trimmer. Now for the next one is one of my favorite tool. This is called scoreboard. Now what is scoreboard and how do we use it? I have already done a video on this on my YouTube channel. That's in the name of Growing Craft. You can check there. Okay, now for example, if I have a nice plain paper and I want to fold it, let me just take out, because I have already scored all my papers, so I'm looking out for something. Now for example, if this is a paper, this has been creased to half. Now I want to divide it into, fold it into more equal parts. How to do it? Now with the paper trimmers, scoreboards, see, can you see the margins here? And you have these grooves. So it's super easy. Like for example, now if I want to score it at a 2-inch line, I'll just put my paper, I'll take up the scoring tool and I'm going to score it. So can you see this white groove line here, this shiny part? So this is your scoring line, and from the back side it looks like this. So on one side it is a bit perforated, and on the other side you will get a groove so that you can fold it. So can you see that your scoring was so easy here? Okay, I'll do it on one more side. So this is the best part of having your scoring tool, because you have all the measurements on your vertical and your horizontal pattern, so that you can fold it very easily. Okay, now this is your scoreboard. Many of the card makers, they use a smaller size scoreboard, but if you are planning to buy a scoreboard, try to get a bigger one of at least size 12 inches by 12 inches so that you can use it for all kind of projects. Now girls, I'll just remind you again that we have a giveaway for this live session, for particular this live session, and yes, we are going to choose only one lucky winner this time. So please do make sure that you share this video as much as you can. So now these are the two tools what I had mentioned, shown you earlier, the score bowl and your paper trimmer, which we use for all our paper crafting projects. So now let's start with creating these beautiful envelopes. Like I mentioned earlier also, all these video tutorials are there on our YouTube channel, that's in the name of Growing Craft. You just need to search for Growing Craft on YouTube and you can find all these tutorials. And once I'm done with this session, I am going to make sure that I post up all the links of these videos. Now here is another tool. So this is a envelope making tool. This is very similar to your scoring tool, but it has all the marks, all the sizes mentioned for all the envelope sizes. Now if your card size is this one, this is the paper size what you will be needing, and this is the scoring line what it has to be. Okay, so likewise everything is mentioned here, and without taking too much of time, we will start with our envelope making work. Okay, so here I have my 8 inches by 8 inches black color cardstock. Like I mentioned earlier also, all the supplies links are mentioned on our Facebook page. That post is already live and you can check that. And please do share this video as much as you can. Okay guys, so here we have our 8 by 8 inch paper, and now for this I am going to score this to the marking of my 3 inches. So like I said, as the festive seasons are 3.5, so as like I mentioned, as the festive seasons are coming up, we all need to make sure that we have something special for our loved ones. So this is going to be really beautiful, and making this is super easy and super simple. So here with the envelope making tool, you can just punch it, score it, and it's done. If you don't have this tool, you can always mark it with a pencil and a scale, and then you can trim it down. It's absolutely fine. Now I'll just punch these corners. Now here if you see, naturally it has this corner, and we wanted to have some nice round edges, so I'm just going to put this inside and curve it, and this is ready. Okay girls, once again I repeat, today we are making mixed media envelopes for all your gifting purposes. And yes, like I have mentioned earlier also, that we are having a giveaway for this live session, so please do make sure that you share this video as much as you can. Okay, so now here I am done with my scoring part, and I've already folded this envelope, and this looks great. Can you see? It has all the markings properly, and this was easy to stick. Now for sticking this, I am going to take up my liquid adhesive, and on the top of it we have to play around with our pattern papers. I will stick it thoroughly, very nicely, and I'm going to press this really well. Now like I had shown earlier also, that whether you want to work on front side or the back side of the envelope, let me show you again. Like if you see the two varieties here, now in this envelope, this is my back side. Okay, from this you can insert anything inside this envelope, or the other way is you work on the back side of the envelope, and this becomes your actual front where you can put your stuff inside, and this the actual back side where we write the addresses and all, that becomes your back side. Okay, so it's completely up to you that what portion or which areas you want to work on. Now I just want to make sure that I have stick this really well. Just clean up my table once. Okay. Now the next most important thing what you need for your paper crafting is of course the beautiful papers. And broadly what size they comes in, there are two sizes. One is your 6 by 6 inches paper pad. So when I say 6 by 6 inches paper pad, so this much it is, and the other size is 12 inches by 12 inches. Now when I am working with my paper crafting, my scrapbooking, my envelope making, my tags making, I try to use both the sizes, and especially for the envelopes I try to use the smaller size paper pads, and for my scrapbooking I try to use the bigger size paper pads. So you can choose whichever the size and the designs you want to, and you can always choose them with the themes, whatever. Like here you can see the three themes. I have stack of my pattern papers, like they are in kids theme, baby girl, baby boy, school theme, and then floral theme, script writing, vintage, and you name it, and all the brands have it. So I'm trying to post all the beautiful paper pads what I like in the post, and yes, I'm sure you will like them too. So today I am thinking of using this one. So this theme is for you always, and like I said, I want to create something really beautiful and interesting. So I'm just thinking of adding something beautiful. So usually in each paper pack you get two designs of one, 2 pages of one pattern. So let me check this. Okay, so I have decided that I want to use something in blackish pattern or red pattern. Okay, let me take up this one. Yes, and this one I'll just take it out. Let me see which one I'm going to use. So I have decided that I'm going to work on the back side of this envelope. Okay, so now here, or maybe, okay, yeah, so we are going to work with this pattern paper. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark this. I'm keeping it on my envelope, and I'll make sure that I leave some gap, some border to it. I'll show you and I'll tell you why I have kept the border. Let me just mark it with my pencil. So here I'm not taking any exact measurements because I'm just trying to play a little rustic here. And now I will take up my small scored board. Let me mark another piece also. Okay, so first I will be cutting this one. All the links of whatever the supplies I'm using here is mentioned in the description box, and yes, I've already posted all the links on my channel so that you can check that. Okay, now I am going to keep this aside. Now I just want to use this one also for creating another layer. So now again I will be marking this up. Let me just cut all the pieces so that I can show you that why I have taken the paper sizes smaller. Okay, now I'll take up this portion and I'm going to trim this up. Okay, now here is a very quick tip. Like whenever you are attaching your pattern papers or whenever you are attaching your photographs, please do make sure that you have a contrast color backing to that. I'll tell you why. Okay, now for example, if I have just stick this pattern paper here, how is it looking? Now if I add a black color border to it, can you see the difference? Is it visible? So you're adding a black color or a darker color border really adds an extra depth to your pattern paper and to your photographs. So whenever you are using your pattern papers or your photographs, you need to make sure that you leave some border space whenever you are working on a darker surfaces. Now here I have a black color cardstock. Now I want to give some depth to this one. So what I'm going to do is I will just keep it on my paper and I'll just mark a small border here. So if you don't have this tool, you can use your pencil and your paper cutter, and with a scale you can do this. But if you are regularly into crafting, that I highly recommend you all to go for the paper trimmers and the scoreboard. They are really going to help you. Now here, can you see this distressed look, like my paper has been not sticked properly? If you see this envelope here, the papers are sticked on a very straight lines. Here I have torn this out. Now how to do that? For this I am going to take my nail filer. Usually you get a tool for this, but I don't have that tool, so I prefer using my nail filer, and I'm just going to scrap my papers from the side. So can you see the difference? I hope this is visible. Girls, a gentle reminder, please do share this video as much as you can, because we have a giveaway for this particular video, and yes, winner will be getting a goodie bag from us. And all the previous winners, the 10 previous winners of our previous live sessions have been announced. If you had sent us your contact details, your parcels are already on the way. Okay, now I'm doing the same step for the pattern papers also, and I'll just tear this off because I want to make sure that it looks rustic. I don't want this to have a nice and straight cuts. Yes, you can use these envelopes for gifting. You can use these envelopes for sending your Rakhis, your giving away some money, or your teeny mini gifts, or anything, anything. It's completely up to you that how you want to use these envelopes. And girls, please do make sure that you follow our page, and please do make sure that you do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that is in the name of Growing Craft. Okay, so I'm just trying to give it a nice edgy look. I don't want my paper to look really straight. Okay, now this is very simple. Just take up your paper and try to scrap this. Have a good control on your with your tool, and you can easily do this. Okay, so this is done. I have my 3 layers ready with me. Now it's time to stick these, and for this I will be using my heat gun. Now in this mixed media envelope, you also need to make sure that you have tons of other mediums, so that it makes your envelopes, your projects look much more beautiful and more tempting. So what I am going to do is, by the time my heat gun is like starting, I will start working on the other medium. So here I will show you, like whenever I'm doing my mixed media projects, I try to use varieties of supplies. Like here I have this cheesecloth. Then I am thinking of adding some of the ribbons and laces here. So I think this is in the theme of red and black. So I'll add some white ribbon to it. Now all these are completely optional. You can decide on the what things you want to do and how you want to do it. And please do not forget to share this video as much as you can, because we are going to have one lucky winner for this live session. Now I have already shown you how to make your own paper flowers, and I have few of them, and I'm planning to use few of the flowers from this. So let me just pick up some of the paper flowers. If you don't know how to make the paper flowers, we have already done a live session on this last time, and I hope you all have watched that. If you have not, please go and check that too. Girls, if you have any queries, please do comment below. I will try to reply back to all the messages as quickly as I can, or else you can also comment on any of our YouTube videos and I will be more than happy to guide you all with your queries. Okay girls, now here we are done. So I just need to make sure that this is my top part. Okay, so this is the first layer what we had decided. I think I should add some more turnout look. I'm just trying to add some more drama to my project. Okay, so just with my fingers I'm trying to tear it up and this looks good to me. Okay, now with my heat gun I'll start sticking this. Make sure you apply good amount of adhesive. Please be generous with your sticking work. Okay, and I am going to stick this on my envelope. Can you see this? Okay, now this is done. Now we will be sticking the second layer. How much layers you want to add is completely your choice. So please do make sure that you know that how much layers you will be adding and how much you will be working with those areas. Okay, I'm adding the third layer of my pattern paper. Now here I have used a pattern paper with the cardstock. You can always combine these with any of your favorite papers. Now can you see earlier what we had was a plain black envelope and how the look has changed. Now I really want to use this cheesecloth piece on this. So what I will be doing is that I am thinking on how to use it. Let us do it this way. I will take it around the back side of my envelope and we will be sticking this to the center and I'll just club this together and I'm going to press it. Okay, be a little careful whenever you are working with your heat guns. Don't hurt yourself, girls. Okay, now this is done and now I will wrap it around. So if you notice, I have already taken up my flap on the top, so we don't want to close this completely. Now with my scissor I will cut this part. Okay, I'll just show you again so that it's easier for you. I have taken a band of my cheesecloth. I'm wrapping this around. Okay, if you don't have this particular, the band-aid roll what you get, let me just show you. So this is the band-aid wrap what you get. You can even use these. Okay, so these are easily available and I'm sure it's going to be easy for you to get them. Now I'll accumulate everything together and I'll have it here. Now we have got a look of bow here. Okay, now I just want to make sure that I stick this well, so I'm going to pull it together from here and I will be sticking this. Okay, now this is done. I'll just stretch it up and make sure you apply enough amount of adhesive wherever it is required. Girls, please do make sure that you share this video as much as you can because we have a giveaway for this live session. Okay, now I will be adding, let me keep this aside and let me play around with some of my texture work, which I always feel is really an easy and the best way to play around with your work. So here I have this brick stencil, and I just thought of going a bit contrast. Like, I did not want it to play with the regular polka dot stencil which I work regularly, and we don't have much of areas here. So what we are going to do is we will be adding up some of the texture work on some of the portions, not completely. You need to make sure that you do this in nice patchwork. Okay, you have to be a little careful when you are doing this. If you have planned things really well, you can decide whether you want to do the texture work now or you want to add your texture work later on. Okay, so I'll just add a bit of texture work here and some here, and this looks good to me. Now very quickly I need to dry this up so that we can play around with some of the spray colors. Now girls, a little reminder, all the supplies, whatever I have used in this envelope and whatever we are using in this project is already posted on our Facebook page. So here we are done. Now with my heat gun, very quickly I will dry this up. I'm just trying to remove the excessive texture from the sides, and you can see that from a plain black color cardstock how beautiful your envelope already looks. Okay, if you don't have a heat gun, you can use your hair dryer or you can let it dry naturally. It's absolutely fine. You don't have to if you are a beginner, I understand it's really difficult to have all the supplies, all the tools, so it's absolutely fine. You can always change them with an alternate initially, but of course you will, if you are looking for a long-term work, you will have to spend on some really good quality tools. I hope you all know that we have a huge giveaway with this live session, so please do share this video as much as you can. One lucky winner is going to get a goodie bag from us. And yes, now I'll just keep it aside to dry for some time. Now let me take that pattern paper back and let me see what we can use from this. So I actually really loved this one, and this one too. So I'm really confused now. Quickly, you girls will have to suggest me whether to go for this one, the red balloon one, or with the pink dress, or with the red dress. Let me have some of your suggestions now. I really want to know which one to use. I'm really confused. I'm liking all the three. So quickly you girls can suggest. Please comment below the red balloon or the pink dress or this one. So quickly suggest me girls so that we can move on to our next step. And by the time, what we are going to do is we are going to have our shimmer spray. I'll just shake it well and I will spray this on my textured area and add a bit of pink color to it, and you can see that how lovely this looks. Okay, now I'll just use my heat gun very quickly. I'm getting so many mixed responses. Do let me know which one you want me to use. I'm really confused between, like I said, the three, the red flowers, the pink floral, or the pink dress. I don't know. I'm confused. Now here I'm using my heat gun to dry this up so that this becomes easy. And okay, let us go ahead with this one. So now for this one we will have to do the fussy cutting work. Now here I'm taking up my scissor. I will trim down. Let me just see if I have any of the cuttings here. No. Okay, so I will cut this up. So many of the paper packs, they have these kind of ready to cut strips. Otherwise, you can just, if you don't have anything similar to this in your pattern paper, you can always use any of the printouts or the cutouts, and you can do the fussy cutting work. I love fussy cutting work because they look really nice. And here I am doing my cutting work. You need to be a little careful and you will see that it turns out really good. Okay, now here I am doing my fussy cutting work. I hope you all have seen the videos of these mixed media envelopes. All these mixed media envelopes video tutorial are already there on my YouTube channel. You can check that in the name of Growing Craft on YouTube, and you can subscribe to our channel. And please do make sure that you share your artwork on our group in the name of Growing Craft. You just need to search for Growing Craft on Facebook and you can join our group. So please do make sure that you are there on our group and share your artwork. We would love to see what you all have created. Okay, and girls, I'm really sorry if I have not replied to your Facebook messages, the page messages or the comment. If you have any query, you can always comment on my YouTube channel. That is where I am very regular when it comes to comments and the feedbacks. And yes, you can definitely leave your love on my page and do follow us. We are also planning for an Instagram live. If you want us to plan for an Instagram live, do let me know in the comment section that do you want to see us on Instagram. If yes, then please mention that in the comment section and we will be happy to be there with a live session for you all. Okay, so here we are almost done. Yes, for the giveaways, we always announce the winner on our page. For the previous 10 winners have been already announced for our previous live sessions, and for this one also, we are going to have one lucky winner who will be getting the goodie bag from us. So please do make sure that you share this session as much as you can. It's not only for today, even for the next coming week, you can share this as much as you can. Okay, now here we are almost done. Let me cut this properly. Now this is really intricate. So very soon we are planning for scrapbook making a live session, and we are confused whether to go for a scrapbook live session or a gift tag live session. Whatever you want, please do mention that in the comment section so that we know that what are the things you want us to show in the live session, and it will be a really big help because choosing on design and the artwork, what do we want to show you, it is really confusing for all of us. Okay, so here my fussy cutting work is done and I'm quite happy with this. I'm really proud of myself right now. Okay, so here we are done. Now I am thinking of adding some sentiment to it, and for sentiment I am thinking of what to have here. Now I already have the sheet of sentiment which I have with me, so I'm just confused on which one to use. And I'll pick up this one. Okay, and I will trim this down. Let me remove all the excessive white parts. Okay, now this is good. Okay, now what I'm going to do is very quickly I'll take up a black color cardstock or any of the darker shade cardstock. I'll take up this one. I'll stick it there. Why I'm doing this? Because you always need to make sure that your sentiment has some extra backing. I will applying my liquid adhesive. Let me keep these back again, and now I'll stick it. Okay, and now we will cut this down. I'll leave a black color very thin border here, and this is done. I'll just cut up all the extra parts. Now here in this project we will be using our DIY paper flowers. We have already done a session on our paper flowers, so you can check that. And just in case if you want to see how to make the flowers from the dies, I have already done a video on that on my YouTube channel, so you can check that too. So here my sentiment is ready, and now we will start assembling everything on our envelope. So let's get started. So here I will be attaching. Okay, so I think this looks, I will chuck up this part, and now I'll start. First I'm going to stick my sentiment cutout. Make sure you apply generous amount of adhesive here, and this should stick well. Okay, so this is done, and now we will be using our sentiment cutout here, or maybe I can just let it dry here for some time. Let us first play around with our paper flowers. So here are a few of the paper flowers which I have, and they actually match up so well with my color combination, and I will be using 2-3 different shades, and just to make sure that they go well with my, maybe I will take this up, and I'm going to have this one here. So even with the heat gun, when you are working, you get some good amount of time to remove, but it has to be really quick. So just keep that in mind, and I'm sure you will be able to play around with your supplies then. Okay, so I'm just thinking whether to add something, or this is good. I think I should add some more here. So maybe I'll add up this one. I'll add up this one. Yeah, I will add up. I should add this one. And I'm looking for a tiny flower here. I think this will be good to go. Okay. Now I think this looks good. So can you see that how beautiful this envelope looks? And please do make sure that you join us for our giveaway. And yes, you need to share this video as much as you can. Now here I am going to add my sentiment, and I think this is a good place to stick it. Okay, so here we are done. Can you see this? Now very quickly I will add some of the shimmering things, and yes, we have to do a bit of stamping here. So yes, a bit more of work. So I am thinking of adding this pink stone, some here and there, and let me add some of these white pearls. They are going to look really cute. And one more here will do well. So you can see that how beautifully our pattern paper have worked well, and they are of course looking so beautiful. Now this is done. Now I need to add up my some glitters to my flowers. So what I'm going to do is I will take up this tray. I'll keep my card envelope inside and I will just pick up some of the glitters. So I'm thinking of adding this shade, and yes, I'm detaching my glitters collection. So all these shades I have already posted this on my group, and please do make sure that you check this. Let me zoom in. So this is how our envelope is looking. We still have to work on this. Now very quickly I will be adding up some of my liquid adhesives. So just a dot of glitter on the center right now, because here we will be playing up with two shades. Okay, let me add some dots here. And done. Now let me tap it back. Everything gets collected on this tray, and I will collect back everything on my jar. Okay, now we need to add some more glitter on the sides. So what I will be doing is I will just add some dots of my liquid adhesive, and now here I have this white color glitter, and I am going to pour this on my adhesive work. So you can add any of the shades as per your theme, and I'm sure you will love the final outcome. Now I'll just put it back, a bit of tapping, all the excessive adhesives and the glitter has come out, and this looks fab. Now let me just take up everything here aside, and yes, this is done. This is looking so gorgeous. So this is an envelope which we have done earlier. This is an envelope which we have done today. So we are going to take up the order for these envelopes. We will be sending you the kits. If you want, please do let us know in the comment section if you want us to make a kit of this with all the supplies whatever we have used in this tutorial. And yes, do let me know in the comment section for the kits, and we are going to send all of the kits. And yes, the session is going to be there on my page and also on my YouTube channel, and you can create these of your own. So if you want me to make a kit of these envelopes, please do let me know so that I can share the details of the kits with you all. And I hope you all liked it. I hope you are going to make this. I hope you are going to try this for sure. Let me just remove these ones, and this looks super pretty. So girls, please do leave your feedback in the comment section below, and do let me know if you want me to make a video or a live session on something really specific. I would love to do that. And yes, please do make sure that you check our YouTube channel for the similar videos on the mixed media envelopes. The videos are already there on my channel. This is the one which we have created today in our live session, and these 3 videos are already there up on my channel. So I really hope that you all like this. Please do let me know in the comment section for your feedbacks, for your lovely comments, and let me know how you liked today's session. So yes, thank you so much for watching, girls. I really hope that you all like this, and please do participate in our giveaway. Please do share this video as much as you can, because we have a giveaway. We are going to have one lucky winner for this live session, and yes, the lucky winner is going to get a goodie bag from us. Thank you so much for joining, girls. So this is what we have created today, and Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.